And I said, okay, we will have no management structure. So in Dinanath, there is no CEO, there is no CFO, there is no CEO. I am a medical director, I am voluntary. I don't take salary from the hospital for my directorship, so it's a hobby. And actually the hospital runs by itself. There is no person to whom the hospital, they come to me only in terms of crisis. And I go to them when I want to help them. So if there is a crisis, they will come to me. If there is no crisis, we don't meet each other. There is no yearly report, there is no monthly report, there is no accounting, auditing, anything. Accounts department does its job. They see to it that the hospital is self-sufficient. The engineering department does its job. They see to it that the equipments run well. The canteen department looks after itself. They see to it that the food is served well. The pharmacy looks after itself. They see to it that the medicines are delivered correctly. And we have very good such departments, and you need people whom you can trust. So the important thing about decentralization is trustworthy people. So again, it's just as like choosing doctors. So it was no different to me. So for me, it was very easy. I had already done a much more difficult experiment of choosing doctors. So choosing managers was an easy job for me. Choosing doctors was much more difficult because doctors are complex people by heart. They are like Jekyll and Hyde. So to choose a doctor is not easy. I mean, he may not mean what he says, or his persona, or what you see outside may not be the same as his persona inside. But I thought that managers were more easy to read as compared to doctors. They were, at least I could see some transparency. They will fight on my issues and they will not agree with me, which is okay with me. So I could read managers more easily than I could read doctors, and where I was successful doctors, to become successful manager chooser was very easy for me.
Very easy for you.
And once they have chosen, then I have no job left.
Superb.
So this decentralization worked very well, and Dinanath works on the principle that everybody does their own jobs.
Their own job.
And we don't interfere. And we have some targets, but the targets are not based on reviews and peer things and like that. We have targets based on what is happening in US and what is happening in UK and what is happening in Japan. So if the Japanese hospitals are become paperless, why we can't become paperless? That's my target. My target is not related to what he is doing and how much he is doing in software. My target is that I went to this Japanese hospital 2001, it was completely paperless. This is 2015, why we can't be paperless? He said there are lots of problems. I said I don't want to hear about problems. I want a paperless hospital. So he says there will be a lot of difficulties. I say okay, I had come through a lot of difficulties in life. We will make a paperless hospital. So we are there now 80% on being paperless. Another 6 months Dinanath will be completely without paper.
Superb, fantastic.